Hey everybody, Jesse from Portable Church. We're in the lab today talking about portability. Some people think this is really complicated. It isn't. Why don't we dive right in and cover this? Today we are unpacking a question we get all the time from planters, pastors, multi-site leaders, and teams. What kind of facilities can a church launch into? That's going to be really dependent on a lot of things, but there's 5 major facility types that everybody, for the most part, lands in. Number 1, new build, where you start from scratch. This is where you build something from scratch. You're starting with raw land, you're getting the permits, getting all the approvals, going through the process. It's great in a lot of ways because it allows you to build something brand new, stepping into a community. Now let's talk about some cons. It has the longest timeline. Yes, it's a 24/7 space, but that means you have to maintain it. That's talking about lawn maintenance, electrical bills, water, HVAC systems. If you're in a northern climate, you got to do snow removal and everything else. So there's a lot that goes into that. Plus, once you've built that building, you're kind of locked in. There's not a whole lot of flexibility. Number 2, buying an existing commercial facility and transforming what's already there. Think old big box stores, empty retail anchors, spaces that used to be buzzing with shoppers. Pros, they're usually in great locations, tons of parking, everybody knows where they are. You've got a really good shell to work from. Zoning isn't usually a problem. Now let's talk about some cons. Again, really expensive, takes a lot of time. You're kind of stuck again with what you have. You're still gonna have the same issues with HVAC. You're still gonna have some of the same issues with electrical bills and water bills. You don't always have to deal with snow removal, but you probably have to pay for it. There's also kind of the inherent reality of just the long-term maintenance of an owned facility. Still, for a growing church, can be a great option. Number 3, leasing a commercial facility provides flexibility for you to grow. For existing commercial facilities, you're probably looking at about a 5 to 10 year lease in a plaza, warehouse, business center, something along that line. Pros, again, flexibility is a really big one, as well as ease of access, great parking. Your landlord generally is gonna take care of everything from HVAC to roof to snow removal, all of those other things, all the external and exterior things. You're still gonna be responsible for what goes on inside and maintaining that, but it's a great option if you're growing. Let's talk about some cons. You might outgrow the space, as well as you're gonna have neighbors. How are they gonna respond to you taking over the parking lot? There's also gonna be some other potential issues because it is a commercial space, then the limitations can create headaches. But for many churches, leasing is a perfect stepping stone to whatever's next. Number 4, mergers. We're talking about breathing life into an existing location. This is when an older or dying congregation partners with an existing growing ministry. Now, on the pros side, you have an existing building, you have a set 24/7 space, you've got ample parking. However, let's talk about the cons. Deferred maintenance is one of the big ones. Usually a congregation in that scenario is lacking on funds, and so there's a lot of things that don't get done or addressed or taken care of. You're gonna be responsible for that to make sure that it's up and ready to go. Also, when you think about an existing culture that that church would have had, and now you're blending it with a healthy, vibrant culture, there's gonna be some clash. That's gonna take a lot of patience, a lot of strong leadership, and it's gonna take a lot of effort to blend these two communities to becoming one complete and holistic team. We also have to talk about the stigma or the perception of that location in that community. You're gonna have to go find out what people in your area think about or believe about the folks that were there before, and you're gonna have to address that in a number of different ways to make sure that they know who you are now, not who was there. But again, it can be a great option for the right church if it's the right season and the right scenario. Number 5, portability. Go portable first. Whether we're talking about a movie theater, a high school, a community center, launching portably allows you to do that at a low cost, moving quickly with a ton of flexibility. Flexibility is actually one of the things that I think is my favorite about the entire process and the beauty of portability, because it allows you the opportunity to step into a community, build something new, figure out what your growth patterns are going to be, and then as you look towards the future and getting into a permanent space, it allows you to step into that knowing what size space, what shape, what culture you have and how that's going to affect and impact that location. Portability is one of the most strategic ways to launch, especially if you have multiplication goals down the road. On the next video, we're going to go through 10 more benefits of portability. Like, subscribe so you don't miss out. Thanks, we'll see you on the next one.